Hello viewers, I welcome you to another edition on this channel. I'm here to address some certain challenges that some upcoming shoemakers who are still using wooden lath encounter in their various field or workshops. So if you are having some complaints from your customers that the footwear you made, one foot is tight while the other one is loose, note that you are having a faulty wooden lath. You know, these things are made manually, and there's tendency that there's going to be a mistake in some of them. So if you're having such complaints, or you are about to buy some wooden lath, you're going to do exactly what I'm going to show you in this video, which is going to be a precaution that you're going to take to wage any form of challenges that you might face in the future trying to use those wooden lath. Or maybe you have a wooden lath already, but you are receiving such complaints, like I said, one foot is tight while the other one is loose, which means you're having a faulty wooden lath. So if you are about to buy any wooden lath, or maybe you have one in your workshop, which you are receiving some complaints, you should measure the dimensions on that lath to make sure that they are corresponding with each other. It is very, very important. So firstly, what you're going to do is to measure the length of the lath each time you want to buy any wooden lath, or maybe you are suspecting that you have a faulty lath in your workshop. You measure the length of the lath, you measure both of them to make sure that they are corresponding with each other. And the next thing you're going to do is to measure the cone. How do you measure the cone? You measure the cone in centimeters. So you put the tape under the instep, and then you bring it towards the cone, which is the instep point, and then you measure the cone. You read the end here. So I'm having 26 centimeters as the cone dimension of this particular lath. Now, there is the third one, the second one, which is the toe of the wooden lath. Most of them, they are very big, and after making some footwears with it, that you have a stripe or design that the stripe has to go around the toe, and you find out that the stripe for the toe is bogus. When a customer wears the footwear, it's not fitted. So it shows that wooden lath, that the dimension of the toe is very big. So how do you solve that problem? You use your knife or some sharp object. You remove some excesses from this area of the toe. So normally the dimension of the male toe is not supposed to be more than 3 inches. So for how to measure that dimension is to place your tape this way, then you hold it here and bring it to this area. So you see I'm having 3 inches with it. So that is how to correct that mistake. So if you're having such lath that the toe, you find out that the toes are very big, you can simply use this method to reduce and adjust the toe, so that when you use it to make your footwear, it will give customers satisfaction. Then lastly, which is the most important thing, most of the wooden lath in the market, their cones are very small. So I will encourage you that each time you want to buy any wooden lath, you should be very, very careful when you are buying them. Make sure you measure the cone like I have just demonstrated now. So I'm going to give you some data which you're going to use as a consideration before buying any wooden lath. I'm going to give you all the data of a standard cone size for every male lath. So at the end of this video, I'm going to do that. So before you buy any wooden lath, make sure you measure the cone. Not only to avoid one being bigger than the other, but also to ascertain that when you buy that footwear, that wooden lath, maybe you bought size 45. After making a footwear of size 45 with it, so that when a customer of size 45 comes to wear it, he will wear it without having any hitches or any difficulties in wearing it. Because some of these last, after using it to make footwear, maybe for instance, you make size 43, and the person of size 43, customer of size 43 comes to buy the footwear, and then he tries to put his foot into the footwear, but it is not going in. It looks so embarrassing and looks unprofessional. So for you to avoid such embarrassment, you should always consider the things that I've just said. Make sure you measure the last before you buy them. Wooden lasts, they are very, very cheap. They are readily available. So, but I will advise you, as soon as you raise money, try to buy some plastic last. It will help you and save you a lot of future challenges. So, please, the data for you to consider before buying sizes for male wooden last is from size 44 to 45. You'll be considering the range of 28 to 29 centimeters. Then size 42 to 43, you should be considering from the range of 26 to 27 centimeters. Then size 40, 41, 42 from the range of 25 to 26 centimeters. So you're going to use this data each time you are at the market to buy any wooden last. Make sure you use your tape to measure it just the way I have just demonstrated, and it will save you future challenges. Any wooden last that is not up to that standard within that range with the size and data I have just given you, you should look elsewhere so that you will not have problem producing a lot of footwear and then it is off normal size. It is not a good thing that all the footwears you made size 42, 41, 40, 43, 45. But when customers of all these sizes come, they find it difficult to wear those footwear. It looks very, very unprofessional. So for you to avoid these issues, make sure you implement the things that I have just explained in this video. So thank you for clicking on this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not, and also hit that bell icon to get updates as soon as our videos will drop. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Have a nice day.